In a last lecture, I discussed about Clausius inequality. Okay, so here you know that a quantity is a property if and only if its change in value between two states is independent of the process. So you know that the property only depends on the states, means initial and final state, and doesn't depends on the path followed, means a process which follow the path. Okay, so here I have considered the two cycle. Well, first cycle is that it is going from state 1 to state 2 via path A and return back from the state to state 1 via path C. Okay. Another cycle is that it will go from state 1 to state 2 via path B and return back to the state 1 via path C. Okay. So when you apply the classes in here, I have considered all the process is the internally reversible process. Okay. So if you remember that in the classes inequality, cyclic integral of delta q by t equal to 0. That is for the process is internally reversible or totally reversible. Okay. So here I have considered the two process, two cycles. One is the A, C. Okay. And from it's going from state 1 to state 2 from path A via path A and return back from 2 to 1 via path C. Okay. Another one is that another cycle is going from state 1 to state 2 via path B and return back to the same path C. Okay. So now we applying
Sir, so your voice is not audible.
You are muted.
Sir, you are not audible.
I say that here I have considered two cycles. One cycle is going from state 1 to state 2 via path A and return back to the from state to state 1 via path C. Okay. Another cycle is that considering is going from state 1 to state 2 via path B and return back to the same path C. Okay. So here I applied the classes inequality theorems. You know that it is equal when the process is the internally reversible or totally reversible. Okay, so cyclic integral of delta q by t equal to 0 when the process is the internally reversible. Okay, so here I have considered that both the cycle execute the internally reversible process. Okay, so when I apply for the first cycle, I have written that integration 1 to 2 delta q by t for process A plus integration 1 to 2 delta q by t for process C equal to 0. So is it correct or anything is wrong in this? Roll number 3117.
Yes, sir.
Is it Is this equation is correct?
There should be a minus sign. No, there should be from 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
1 for C, process C.
Okay. Why? Because you see that here now when you return back to the state 1, so this state 2 is the initial state and state 1 is the final. If you are going from state 2 to state 1 via path C. Okay. So here the limit is change 2 to 1. Okay. And next one is the for second cycle. So again you can write integration 1 to 2. Okay. Then delta Q by T for process B and plus integration 2 to 1 delta Q by T for process C equal to 0. Now you can subtract these two. So what you will find that? You will find that integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T for process A integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T for process B. Okay. Now you see that if you are going from a state 1 to state 2, it depends only on the state, not on the path which you followed. It means that this quantity delta Q integration delta Q by T is a some property, and that property is the entropy. Okay. So you can write that I told you that a quantity is a property if and only if its change in value between the two states is independent of the process. So here you can see that this quantity has been independent of the process. Okay. So you can say that this is a property which is known as the entropy. So you can write that change in entropy S2 minus S1, okay, is equal to integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T. Okay. So here, what are the assumptions I have considered? That I assume that the process is a internally reversible process. Okay. So this equation, this equality is valid when the process is internally reversible or totally reversible. Okay. That's why I have written here the subscript. Okay. So here you can see that it's written that the change in entropy during a process is equal to S2 minus S1 integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T. Here the subscript INT REV means it's valid for the internally reversible process. If it is a irreversible process, then this one is not valid. Okay. So that's why if you written in terms of the differential form, so it is written as the ds is equal to delta Q by T for the internally reversible process. Okay, and it is valid for a internally reversible process only. Okay, or a totally reversible process. So remember that this equality is valid only for the internally reversible or totally reversible process. It is invalid for the irreversible process. Okay. So this thing you should
Sir?
remember. And entropy is also an extensive property. Okay. So and the entropy
Sir?
change between two. Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir. When the process is cyclic, why can't that be a sufficient condition for uh, the property to be a point function?
Property is a point function, na?
Yeah,
It
I
is
mean,
depends on the, because it's an exact differential.
yeah,
And
I mean, the
hmm?
example here is a cyclic process. So why did we have to use those two equations to prove that it is a point function? If it's a cyclic integral, when we have already shown that the cyclic integral is zero, then haven't we already proved that
No,
it's a
here I
point?
have considered two different cycle. What I say that I have considered two different cycle. Okay, it is not
Okay.
a one cyclic process. This equality I have used. You can see that first cycles. What is the first cycle which I consider that? First one is the going from A and return back via path C. Okay. Another cycle is that considering the first, it's going from state 1 to state 2 via path B and return back to the C. Okay. Two different cycle here I have considered. It is not a single cyclic process I have considered here. Single cycle. Here there are
Oh,
two
okay.
different cycles. Are you getting my point?
Okay, so yes, yes.
Hmm. So, okay. So the entropy change between the two specified state is the same whether the process is reversible or irreversible. Okay. The entropy change of a system during an internally reversible isothermal process. So here you can see that T is a constant because I am talking about the isothermal process. Okay. So Q is the heat transfer for the internally reversible process and T is the constant temperature of the system. Okay. So here Q, you know that when heat is supplied to the system, then delta S is the positive. Okay. So entropy change of a system during an internally reversible isothermal process can be positive or negative. So this delta S depend, because you know that T is the absolute temperature, so it is a positive quantity. So Q delta S depends on the Q. Okay. So it may be increase or decrease depends on the you are supplying the heat or heat transferred from the system to the surroundings. Okay. So the entropy change of a system during an internally reversible isothermal process can be positive or negative depending on the direction of the heat transfer. Okay. So according to our sign convention, you know that when heat supplied to the system, it is a positive. Okay. So at that time, change in entropy is increases. When you and heat transferred from the system, you know that Q is the negative. So there is a entropy change is decreases. Okay. That's why I'm talking about in case of the internally reversible isothermal heat transfer process. Okay. So this is and you know that entropy is an extensive property. So it depends on the mass. Okay. Next one is the increase of entropy principle. Okay. So here I have considered when I am going from process 1 to 2, means state 1 to 2, it may be the reversible or irreversible process. Okay. Means that's why it's shown by the dotted line. So it may be the reversible process or irreversible. But when you return back to the state 2 to state 1, it is the internally reversible process. Okay. So process, what is the process? Here I have considered one cycle. Okay. That made up of two process 1 to 2, that is the arbitrary. It may be the reversible or irreversible. Okay. And process 2 to 1 is the internally reversible process. Okay. Now you are applying the classes inequality. So you know that classes inequality say that cyclic integral delta Q by T less than equal to 0. Okay. Now you can apply the process 1 to 2. So you can write delta Q by T. Okay. Then plus integration 2 to 1. Okay. Delta Q by T, because you know that 2 to 1 is the internally reversible process. So here I have written that internally reversible process. Okay. and that is less than equal to 0. Okay. So I will ask this question to roll number 3120. Roll number 3120, Gaurav Malik.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So which terms becomes the delta S? Here there is a two terms is there. Which terms become the delta S? There is a two terms, na, first one or second one. Which terms becomes the delta S? Change in entropy. First one or second one? Huh?
First one, sir. 1 to 2.
First one. First term, na?
Yes, sir.
Why? Why first term?
Irreversible.
Huh? Yeah. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Why first term is equal to delta S? What I say that delta S is equal to integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T is valid only for the internally reversible process. And see that here it's written that that is equal to the valid for internally reversible process. Okay. So, but 1 to 2 process 1 to 2, it may be the reversible or irreversible process. I don't know that. It is an arbitrary process. Okay. But here 2 to 1, I know that this process is the internally reversible process. So this terms equal to the final minus initial. So what is the final? Final is the S1 and initial state is the 2. So S1 minus S2. That is the delta S. Okay. Here I don't know that process 1 to 2 is maybe reversible or irreversible. So I can't say that it is equal to the delta S. But 2 to 1 is the internally reversible process. So I know that okay. So that terms is equal to the change in entropy. Okay. Okay. Thank you. So you can write. So you can. So when you rearrange these terms, you will find that S2 minus S1 greater than equal to integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T. Okay. So these terms, left hand side, okay, or entropy change of the systems. So S2 minus S1 is equal to delta S is known as the energy change, energy change of the system. Same here, you can say that S2 minus S1 is equal to delta S, and that is called as the entropy change of the system. Okay. And this one, because it's associated with the heat, and you know that it's the boundary phenomena, like energy transfer. If you remember that energy transfer is always observed at the boundary. Okay. So it says that energy transfer either in the form of heat, work, and mass. Here, the entropy is transferred in the form of heat, with the heat. Okay. So this terms integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T is called as the entropy transfer with heat, because it's associated with the heat. So you can say that entropy, this terms integration delta Q by T is known as the entropy transfer with heat. Okay. So the entropy change is always greater than equal to the entropy transfer. Remember that two things here you should remember that one is the entropy change. Okay. Just like if you remember when I discussed about the energy balance, there is an energy change within the system. That is your saving. Okay. Same thing say here. You can say that is the entropy change of the systems. Okay. And next one is that entropy transfer. Okay, like energy transfer. No? Here you can say that energy transfer. Okay, because it's associated with the heat. So this terms integration delta Q by T is known as the entropy transfer with heat. Okay, so entropy change is always greater than equal to the entropy transfers. Okay, so these things. So when will this equality hold? So you can say that S2 minus S1 equal to integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T when the process is the internally reversible. Okay, or totally reversible. So S2 minus S1 is equal to integration delta Q by T is valid for the internally reversible process. Okay, so the equality sign is holds when the process is internally reversible process. Okay, or if it is an irreversible process, then it is always greater than, means energy change S2 minus S1 always greater than the entropy transfer. Okay, so what is the meaning that? It means that when the process proceed from the state 1 to the state 2 and it is an irreversible process, there may be the entropy generated. Okay, so this term is called as the entropy generation. Okay, and you can write that S2 minus S1 is equal to integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T. Okay, so if you want to convert this inequality into the equality, then you need to add one term, so that is called as the entropy generation. Okay, so here S2 minus S1 is equal to integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T plus entropy generation. Okay, so here you can see that entropy generation is greater than equal to 0. So when it's equal to 0, so you know that entropy generation equal to 0 when the process is a reversible process. Okay, so and it is always a positive quantity for the irreversible process. So now you can see that these terms it depends on the process. So depend on the process, so it is not a property. Okay, so that's why entropy is not a, so this terms entropy generation is not a property because it depends on the process. In case of the reversible process, its value is the 0, and when it is an irreversible process, it is always a positive. Okay, so so the depending on the process, it is not a property. So entropy generation is not a property. Okay. So there is nothing called as a conservation of entropy. If you remember that conservation of momentum, conservation of mass, conservation of energy, but there is nothing called as the conservation of entropy. Okay. In case of the irreversible process, but if the process is reversible, you can say that, but it is not correct. Say delta S is equal to integration 1 to 2 delta Q by T. Okay. So, but there is nothing called as the conservation of entropy. Okay. Another here I have considered for an isolated systems. Isolated means you know that there is no heat transfer and means energy transfer and the mass transfer. Okay. So here I have considered the system and surrounding as one isolated system. Okay. So if there is no heat transfer, so what happens that? So I will ask this question to roll number 3529. 3529.
Yes, sir.
Which terms become the 0 here in these equations for the isolated system, or you can say that adiabatic closed system? Which terms, term 1 and terms 2, which terms become the 0? 1 or 2?
Sir, entropy generation, sir.
Entropy generation is 0. Why? I'm talking about for an isolated system, sir.
Adiabatic.
Hmm?
Sir, integration dq by t.
Why?
Sir, because it is adiabatic, so q will not be there.
Yes. So, okay, thank you. So, it is a isolated system, means here I assume that there is a no heat transfer. Okay. So, these terms become the zero. So, what you will find that delta S. Here I have written isolated systems. So, subscript SYS means isolated systems I am talking about, and that is equal to the S2 minus S1. Okay. Is equal to S gen. Okay. And you know that this terms is always a greater than equal to 0. This terms. Okay. So it means that delta S for isolated system is greater than equal to 0. Okay. So this is known as the increase of entropy principle. Okay. So what is the meaning that the deltas here, because there is no entropy transferred. Okay. So the change in entropy, what is the physical significance? So physical significance is that the entropy change of the isolated system is always greater than equal to 0. Okay. So when it is there is no entropy change, when it's a reversible process, means S2 is equal to S1. Okay. So you can see that delta S system equal to 0 for reversible process. Okay. For the reversible process, delta S system equal to 0. Okay. But it is a greater than 0 for the irreversible process. Okay. So it is always a positive quantity, and it is always increases. So what is the meaning that? It means that during the irreversible process, entropy always increases. Okay. And the limiting case is that it is constant when the process is the reversible process. Okay. So if you get the S2 less than S1, it means that it is impossible. Means delta S is a negative. So that is not possible. That is the impossible process. So entropy is always increases. So this principle is known as the increase of entropy principle. Okay. So the entropy change of an isolated system is the sum of entropy change of the, if you have a number of parts inside the isolated system, or you can say that universe. Okay. When you considering the system plus surrounding, you can say it is a universe. Okay. So I told you that entropy is the extensive property. Okay. So you can directly sum it. Okay. So here, so there is two systems. You can say that one is the system and the another is the surroundings. Subsystem. You can say two subsystems. One is the system, another surrounding. So entropy change of the isolated system is the sum of entropy change of the systems and its surroundings. Okay, which is equal to the entropy generation. I say that the entropy change that is equal to the entropy generation. So S gen is equal to change in entropy. This is the change in entropy of the system plus the change in entropy of the surrounding, and you know that entropy generation is always greater than equal to 0. So that's why here it's written that greater than equal to 0. Okay. And entropy is a non-conserved property. Okay. So remember that entropy generation. So entropy generation, I told you that always greater than 0. So greater than when process is the irreversible process. Okay. Equal to 0 when the reversible process. Okay. And less than 0, it is the impossible. Okay. So it is the impossible. So you know that. So So हमें means process always proceed in the entropy increase. Okay. So a process must proceed in the direction that complies with the increase of entropy principle. If you are getting the decrease in entropy, then you can say that it is an impossible process. Okay. So now there is a isentropic process. So what is the meaning that isentropy? Here you can see that two things which contributes to the change in entropy. This terms is the, what is this? This is the entropy transfer due to the heat transfer. Okay. This terms is the entropy transfer because of the heat transfer. Okay. And this terms is the entropy generations due to the irreversibility. Okay. So two things contributed to the change in entropy. First one is that entropy transferred because of the heat transfer. Another one is that entropy generation because of the irreversibility. Okay. So you know that during the, if I say reversible adiabatic process, so I will ask this question to 5127. Devasis Nath, 5127.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So which terms become the zero for reversible adiabatic process?
Sir, आपका जो is
First term or second term?
the first term.
First term is the
The
zero.
first term
Right?
zero होगा.
Why first terms become the
Yes,
zero?
sir. First.
Hello.
Uh,
What I have written that adiabatic. What is the meaning that adiabatic process?
no heat transfer.
No heat transfer. So here there is a no heat transfer. That's why it's a zero. Okay. And when will be the entropy generation become the zero? Here I have written that on the screen. You can see that when it is a equal to zero.
When it is reversible, when it is reversible, then entropy generation will be zero.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. So this terms becomes zero because the reversible process, and this is becomes the zero because of the adiabatic. Okay. So what is the meaning that the right hand side equal to the zero? So S2 is equal to S1. So these types of the process is known as the, because entropy is constant, so it is known as the isentropic process. Okay. So the entropy of a fixed mass does not change during a process that is internally reversible and adiabatic. A process during which the entropy remains constant is called an isentropic process. Okay. So delta S is in this case equal to 0. Okay. Now, so what I say that a reversible adiabatic process is always a isentropic process. Okay. But all the reversible adiabatic process is the isentropic process, but all isentropic process is not a reversible adiabatic process. How? I told you that this is the entropy transfer. Okay. So it may be the positive or negative, depends on the heat transfer. Okay. According to our sign convention. But the entropy generation is always a positive. So one time, suppose if you get minus 1 to 2 delta Q by T, okay, and that is equal to the entropy generation. So in this case, what happens is these terms become the zero. So S2 minus S1 equal to 0. So it is the means delta S equal to 0. So all the isentropic process may not be the reversible and adiabatic process. Here you can see that there is a heat transfer and also there is a irreversibility present. Okay. So that's why I have written that an isentropic process can serve an appropriate model for actual process. Okay. That things I will discuss later. There is a one efficiency called as the isentropic efficiency. Okay. And a reversible adiabatic process is necessarily isentropic process. So you know that all the reversible means entropy generation is equal to 0. Adiabatic means entropy transfer equal to 0. So all the reversible adiabatic process is necessarily isentropic process. But an isentropic process is not necessarily a reversible adiabatic process. I told you that why? Because the entropy transfer may be positive or negative, but the entropy generation is a positive quantity. Okay, so the equal but having the opposite sign, then change in entropy of the system is equal to 0. Okay, so that's why when it's written that all the means reversible adiabatic process is necessarily a isentropic process, but all isentropic process is not necessarily a reversible adiabatic process. Okay, why? The entropy increase of a substance during a process as a result of irreversibility may be offset by a decrease in entropy as a result of heat losses. Okay, so the entropy increase of a substance during a process as a result of irreversibility may be offset by a decrease in entropy as a result of heat losses. Okay. So here, so this formula which I have written that, if you remember, ds is equal to delta q by t. So ts diagram will give you the what? I will ask these questions. Roll number 5538.
Yes, sir.
Area under the PV curves gives you what? Heat or work?
Work, sir.
And it is valid for all the process?
Yes, sir.
If the process is irreversible, can I use the W is equal to delta Q is equal to PdV? Is it correct? When the process is irreversible, can I use the delta Q is equal to PdV?
Yes, sir. In irreversible process, sir. In irreversible process, it cannot be defined.
Why?
It is valid for reversible process. Delta PdV equals to
Yes. So always remember that under which assumptions that equations has been derived. So this when you finding the area under the PV process curves, you will get the work done, and it is valid for the reversible process. Okay. So this relation is only valid for the reversible process, not irreversible process. Similarly, here if I say to find the area under the TS curve, it will give you the delta Q, and it is valid for the reversible process only. Okay. So the area under the process curve on the TS diagram represents the heat transferred during the internally reversible process or reversible process. Okay. So the area under the process curve on the TS diagrams, like here, you can see that here there is a one process. Okay. So dA, this area is equal to T into delta S, that is equal to the delta Q, and it is valid for the when the process is the internally reversible process or totally reversible process. Okay, the area has no meaning for irreversible processes. Okay, so if the process is irreversible process, you are this area has no meaning. Okay, so again you need to assume that it's the reversible process, and then you will find the area. Okay. The isentropic process on the TS diagram is represented by vertical lines. Means entropy is constant. You know that during the isentropic process, delta S is equal to S2 minus S1 equal to 0. Okay, so it means that S2 equal to S1. What the meaning that? It means that area is the 0. Okay, so that's why the vertical line represents the isentropic process. Okay. So when you draw the TS diagram, means a vertical line draw on the TS diagrams, it will give you the isentropic process. Okay. Next one is that for the adiabatic steady flow device, the vertical distance delta H on the HS diagram, that is also called as the Moeller diagram, okay, is a measure of the work. If you remember that, when suppose for example, expansion in the turbine, okay, so this work, if you consider the vertical work, okay, so this one is this delta H represent the work, okay, and this vertical distance here is written that, okay, and the horizontal distance, this one is represent the delta S, change in entropy, which measures what? Which measures the irreversibility, okay. Roll number 5542. 5542. Here I have drawn two curves, 1 and 2. Which one is the correct? There is two curves I have drawn, 1 and 2. You can see that. So which one is correct? There is maybe the possibility that 2 is on the right hand side or the left hand side.
The second one is correct.
Why? What is the reason? What is the principle of increase of entropy? Entropy always increases, na?
Increases. Yes.
From if you go from state 1 to 2, you can see that entropy has been increased. Okay.
Yes.
This one is the S1 and this is the S2.
Yes.
So this process is the possible. Okay.
Yes.
But when you go from first curve, so what happened that it is the entropy has been decreased from S1 to S2. So delta is the negative. So what is the meaning that? It means that it is impossible, na? So this process is not possible because it's violating the increase of entropy principle. Okay. So that's why this one is the correct one because it fulfills the criteria of the increase of entropy principle. Okay. Because
Hello,
entropy always increases during the process. It is not decreases during the process. So that's why the curve one is the wrong.
Hello,
Okay.
sir.
Yes.
Sir, I have doubt here.
Uh,
We know that entropy is measured with the summation of two terms. One is heat term, that is integration of 1 to del Q by T, plus entropy generation. If the heat term is more negative than entropy generation, then there will be the cases when S2 is, S2 minus S1 will be negative. Means there are cases when entropy is decreasing in a process if we solve any question.
Here what I have written that this is valid for the adiabatic steady flow device. So what is the meaning that there is no entropy transfer due to the heat transfer.
Yes. But for any process, it is possible, no, sir, if entropy is decreasing.
Change in entropy.
Yes, for a process, if del Q by T is more negative than generation of entropy.
Then it may be possible.
Yes.
If the entropy transfer is more negative than the entropy generation, then maybe the possibility that S2 minus. But here I am talking about the what I written that adiabatic.
Sir, how can that be possible, sir? Entropy can't decrease, sir, in any process. Either it can be constant or it can increase only, sir.
It is
No,
not
he
giving
say that there is this magnitude of the entropy transfer is higher than the entropy generation. You are asking about this one, na? The magnitude of entropy.
Yes, yes.
Sir, how can that be mathematically? That can't be possible, sir.
He is not asking about mathematically. He is saying that it's possible or not. If suppose I say that one integration 1 to 2 delta q by t, okay, it is one case is that it is equal to this one. The magnitude is both are the equal. Okay, so at that times what happens that S2 is equal to S1. Okay, but if there is no, what is the principle of increase of entropy? It says that for the isolated systems or universe.
Yes, yes, universe. For universe, it is always increasing.
Always increasing. Or if you combine
not for
systems.
A process. It is not talking about a process. It is talking about
For the
isolated.
individual systems, it may be the increase or decrease. For
Yes,
the
sir.
individual systems, it may be increase or decrease. But when
Yes,
you
sir.
consider the combined system and surroundings, okay, or universe, then it always increases.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
So individually, it may be the possible individual systems. Okay, but when you combine, considering the combined systems, then entropy must not be a negative quantity. It is always a positive one. Okay. Suppose there are two objects. One is a heated body. Okay. Another is a cold body. Okay. So what happens when both are in contact? So you know that there is a heat transfer from high temperature body to the low temperature body. So what happens that entropy change of the body decreases. Why? Because it's transferring the energy, heat loss, no?
Yes,
And the cold body is gaining the heat. So entropy is increases. But when considering the combined, means hot body and cold body is one system, then you will find that entropy is increases.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is the things. Okay. Now you know that there are the 1 minute. I will write it.
And sir, there is one more doubt. Here you have drawn first curve that entropy is decreasing. It could be drawn in some polytropic process, no? I mean,
which curve you are talking about? First one, left hand side first.
No, you have just erased it.
This one.
With red line you have drawn in the third diagram. Yes, sir. It is possible to have decrease in entropy in some polytropic process. If
entropy will not be decreased.
I know, sir. It is an adiabatic steady flow device. If instead of it there is some polytropic process going on, then it is possible, no, then that entropy is decreasing, means the curve goes another way.
No, in a polytropic process, how you written that? Something like this? Curve is like this, na? Parabolic.
Yes.
So
but
it is always going from this.
It always goes that way only, increasing entropy. Means is it possible that the two will be on the left side of that one?
No.
It is never possible.
It is expansion. Okay. So expansions enthalpy is going decreases. Okay. And the entropy means always increasing because of the expansions. Okay. Or it is increasing from here. So always a positive, negative is not possible. So can't draw like this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What is the polytropic expression? P v raised to power n is equal to constant. And for the isentropic process, if the P v raised to power gamma is equal to constant.
Gamma. Yes.
And what is the gamma? Gamma is equal to the Cp by Cb. But it is the parabola, hyperbola, no? This curve.
Yes, sir.
Cp by Cb, okay? And n may be the any value, suppose 1.3 or something, but it is not equal to the Cp by Cv. N is called as the polytropic index. Okay, so it is not can't consider N is equal to gamma. That is not correct. Okay, in isentropic process, I will come to this one. PV raised to power gamma is equal to constant. How it will get?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Okay, sir. I got it.
Yeah.
Carry on, sir.
Okay. So here, so you know that this terms process 1, 2. Here I draw the TS diagram for the Carnot cycle, which you already know that there are 4 processes to internally reversible adiabatic expansion means okay, and to isothermal process. Okay, so the process 1, 2, 3 B, or you can write a B A1. Okay, and another one is that 4, 3 B A4. So I will ask this question to 5545. 5545.
Yes, sir.
Which one is the heat addition and which one is the heat rejection? There are 2 processes I have written here. 2 curves means 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 BA1. Another one is the 4, 3 BA4. Okay. So which one is represent the heat addition and which one is represent the heat rejection?
So 1, 2, 3 BA1 is heat addition.
This one is the heat rejection. 1, 2 BA1. Okay. And this one is the.
So you have written the complete cycle, no?
I have written this area under this curve. A1, 2 BA1. This area. I am talking about this area. Okay. And there is another area that I have considered 4, 3 BA. Okay. This one. So this one is represent the heat addition Q in. Okay. And this one represents the Q out. So when you subtract these 2 area, it will give you the Q net. Okay. So Q net is equal to which area? I am talking about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So that is represent the net heat transfer. Okay. And you know that during the cycle, net heat transfer is equal to the net work done. So that is equal to the W net. Okay. So can't confuse that. This here I have written that W net. So I told that area under the curve on the TS diagrams give you the heat transfer. It is a heat transfer, but because it work on the cycle, so you know that for the cycles net work done is equal to the net heat transfer is equal to the net work done. So that's why I have written that W net. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 for the cycle, net heat transfer is equal to the net work done. Okay. So if you know the area, you can subtract it. You can find the net work done for the cycle. Okay. Another one is that TDS. So before I'm going to TDS, there is one law which is related to the, and you know that there is no exact definition of the entropy. Okay. So we can view entropy as a measure of molecular disorder or molecular randomness. So what is the meaning that? Molecular disorder or molecular randomness. As a system becomes more disordered, you are unable to predict the correct position of the molecules. Means as a system becomes more disordered, the position of the molecules becomes less predictable and the entropy increases. Okay. So entropy can be viewed as a measure of molecular disorder or a molecular randomness. Okay. So higher the disorder, higher the entropy. Okay. Because you are unable to predict or less predictable position of the molecules. Okay. So, and the law associated with the entropy, the third law, if you remember that third law of thermodynamics, which say that the entropy of a pure crystalline substance at absolute zero temperatures what I am talking about, absolute zero temperature is zero. Means if a temperature is equal to 0 Kelvin, then entropy is 0. Why? Because there is no uncertainty about the state of the molecules at that instant. Okay. So this statement is known as the third law of thermodynamics. Okay. So you know that for the crystalline substance, pure crystalline substance, which is at a absolute zero temperature. When I written the absolute zero temperature, I am talking about the 0 Kelvins. So at that time, entropy is the 0. Till now, whatever I have discussed, I am talking about the change in entropy. Okay, like a change in energy. There is not exact definition of the energy. Okay, so here I am always talking about the change in entropy, like a change in energy. Okay, so the reference point which you need. So this one means at a temperature 0, means at the absolute 0 Kelvin, the entropy is 0. You can consider as a reference point. Okay, so the entropy determined relative to this point is called as the absolute entropy. And okay, so you can write that the third law of thermodynamics state that the entropy of a pure crystalline substance at absolute zero temperature is 0, since there is no uncertainty about the state of the molecules at that instant. Okay. Now I am going to discuss about the TDS equations. Okay, there is a time over. Tomorrow I will discuss about the TDS equations. Okay, and then entropy change and this isentropic efficiency. Okay, so these things I will discuss it later in tomorrow lectures. Now I am going to take your attendance.
Sir, I have a small doubt, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in the HS curve, it is possible to go back.
Go back means what?
Means so that the curve does not move forward direction, it moves in the backward direction.
He's talking about negative entropy.
Negative. That
like this. Negative entropy is how it's possible.
Sir, suppose means suppose if we take water at 100 degrees Celsius and we cool it down to ice, then the curve will go backward, right?
You have a 100 degrees Celsius water and then
cool it down to ice.
Then
the curve will go backward, right?
So it losing the energy, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And enthalpy also. Then the curve will go back, no?
Yes, sir. But when you considering the both water plus ice as a systems, it is surroundings. Water is your systems, na? It is losing the energy to the where it's a surroundings.
Yes, surrounding means atmosphere, but that is not my system.
Systems is possible. I told you, na. Individual systems you consider, it may be decreased. But whole universe, when you consider system plus surrounding, then it is not possible that entropy decreases.
Yes, sir.
Individual systems may be decreases. Okay.
Okay, sir.